Yeah, absolutely. Well, I was coming off of a 5-day meth run, and my wife and I decided that treatment would be the best option for me. So we looked at a lot of different treatments online. And we wanted to go someplace sunny because I have issues with depression, and so we decided to pick California, and we found your treatment one night, late at night, maybe like 11 or maybe even midnight. We found it, and my wife started the process. I was still coming down from drugs, unfortunately. I wasn't in the process of it, but she told me that she found a really good treatment center that she thought, and we talked to Jeff, and he helped us out tremendously, and so we decided on this one. Yeah, I'll tell you, when I first got here, I was a little shocked. It was kind of, there's the waiting room out there, it gets kind of busy, and then the different tracks, being with different people in the MH and the ED, but I felt comfortable. I felt comfortable being myself and having my true personality come out here. It was a great environment for me to work on my dual diagnosis, which is drug addiction and anxiety, because it's like I was one of my first classes. I was supposed to get up in front of the class and take a piece of paper and explain the emotion or what the piece of paper said. That was hard for me to do, but as I started doing more of that kind of stuff and speaking up in groups, it really opened me up, and I could make more friends, and that's something that I don't like to do. So I think that as it went along, I've had a couple rough spots here where I was like, I don't know about this place. But, this has been the best week that I've had here. And not just because I'm going home, but because of all the self-realization that I had to this place, and to see that, some of the groups I didn't get anything out of, some of the groups I did. But either way, even just having to sit in a group for an hour and a half was patience, and I learned something there. So that was good. I don't want to really focus in on the negative, because there's so many things that were positive about the experience that you can find negative in anything, and you can always find the positive too. So now I'm positive, and I think that it wasn't what I was expecting. It wasn't. It wasn't, but that's okay. I like it, and I think it was money well spent for both my wife and I. I learned a lot here. But some of the things I had to search for, that I had to figure out what I learned. I was talking to my wife last night. I was telling her all the different things that I've done, even helping Michelle with her seizures. That is huge for me, because I have such anxiety for helping people that are hurting, because I feel like I'm going to let them down. And so that was huge. All in all, I think it was a great experience, phenomenal experience. And I haven't been to that many treatment centers, so I'd have to say this is definitely the best one I've been to. Every single staff here is phenomenal in one way or another. I didn't get to know every staff member here, but you're all very nice to me. And Robin's great. Robin, she's great. She has to put up with a lot of stuff, and she's great. You were very nice to me, very pleasant to be around. I felt very comfortable around you. I would say that, I have had my issues with the house managers. There's no lie there. But at the same time, they have a different perspective on things. The house managers are more focused in on, they've been in both my house managers have been, or the 3 house managers that I had, they taught me a lot, whether I've admitted it to them or not. But I had to go through that, and I spent more time with them than anybody, because you're at the house more with these guys. So I really got a lot out of the house managers, even though they did their job. I'll tell you that, they did their job. I can't say that, I've had, like I said, I've had my issues with them, but they really did open my eyes to some things about AA and NA that I was not even thinking about before. They took us to some good meetings, and they helped me realize what the solution was, and they're about the recovery. I'll tell you that right now. They are about the recovery, and maybe that's the only thing I got out of it. You know, Stan took us to a lot of beach outings, and you know, BJ tried his best to cook for us. Matt took us a lot. He was fun. Matt's really cool, but. I really do, looking back on it now, being this last final week, I've had a lot of time for reflection. I'm really glad that they are here for us.
Yeah.
So, all the staff, great people, great people. Yeah, I would say to anybody that's coming in that's new, I would always say give it a couple weeks. It takes some time. It really does, because it took me, you're here for such a short time. But at the same time, you know, it really takes a couple weeks. Learn all you can, you know, and don't buy into the negativity. I would say the first 2 weeks, I still was learning things, but you have to give it some time. You have to, just be patient, and don't run, because, you know, especially if you have anxiety, you know, going through that anxiety, that's what it'll teach you to do here. You know, don't run from it. Yeah, and it's a very short time in your life, and you can get a lot out of this place. So I would say stick with it. I would say that Chris is awesome. He earned his money with me. He helped me out a couple times with some anxiety issues that I had here. He was a really good listener. And I felt very comfortable talking to him and being open with him. He was really, really good helping me. I looked forward to my one-on-ones with him, and I did not think that was going to happen when I first got here. My thoughts have changed a lot about this place, and I'm happy that I came.